Hey guys, make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe because I'll be giving away 5 Ripple XRP once we hit 100 likes in this video. Enjoy the video, guys. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Back to Tech here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to identify patterns when day trading or swing trading Bitcoin. Now this is going to be like a part 2 to the series I already made on how to day trade Bitcoin. Now I want to be honest with you guys, day trading Bitcoin is hard. You would want to day trade other currencies. Most other cryptocurrencies follow Bitcoin. It's fairly obvious that they do. So if you didn't know that, you should know that. And you should really educate yourself on what you're doing. Don't gamble in these markets. Invest wisely, buy dips, hold, especially on these bigger currencies. But swing trading is more ideal for longer term profits, but day trading can achieve profits when trading coins like Ripple, Litecoin, Neo, Walton Coin, or any of those lower cap type coins. I don't recommend trading Tron or any of those type of coins, but Ripple, all those coins can offer great benefits when Bitcoin dips. You buy those dips and you trade them up, and you can day trade them very easily by identifying a few patterns. Now I'm gonna give you guys obviously some more insight on what patterns I look for. My previous video, I introduced the bull flag pattern, which is very easy to identify. And I mean, people were hating on me. People were hating on me, telling me, the bull flag pattern doesn't work. This is swing trading, or is this what I have to look for? It's very simple. I'm giving you guys a pattern to look for. I'm not trying to, tell you guys, okay, this is how to trade and do all this. You should have a basic knowledge on how to trade. If you don't, you should really start reading some books. Some of them I recommend is The Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. Another one's Trend Following. Another one is type in the Candlestick. Just type in Candlestick book by Steve Neeson. They're all on Google. You can find them for free. But the bull flag, very strong pattern here. It can be found on the daily. It could just be a simple bull flag like this, or a three up, an over extended pattern like this right here on Bitcoin itself. This is a bull flag where it comes up right here, pulls back, and then goes up for a new high, and that's where you would want to day trade it. But I'm going to show you guys another pattern to identify in Bitcoin, which is a little more complex, but this is what I'm seeing right now. It's called an inverse head and shoulders. It's more clear on not the hourly chart. You could see it on the hourly chart, but it's more clear on the longer term charts, and you want to look at Bitcoin on more than just 30 minutes. You want to look at it at hour, 3 hour, 4 hour daily charts, because Bitcoin's traded throughout the whole world 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you want to get a better insight on what's going on, and you have to look at other chart patterns. So I'm gonna show you guys this chart pattern that I'm seeing, and why I think Bitcoin is gonna push up based off trend analysis. Okay. I have fundamental reasons too, but I want to give you guys, a clear insight on how I come up with a plan and how I trade that, and you stick to it. If you don't know how to trade, don't gamble, and don't ask me, is this a good time to buy or sell? If you do, I'll just completely ignore your comment. I'm showing you guys how I identify patterns, and in no way or form I'm a financial advisor at all. Just simply showing you guys how I identify patterns and how I back my decisions by buying these assets at the right times. So let's get to it. Basically, on Bitcoin here, you can see we had that dip, and we've made a higher low. It's really obvious. Bitcoin does this all the time. It pulls back very hard and makes its way up. And it's doing that here as well. You can see it. It's really obvious. It's just completing the same type of pattern. We might get some sideways action. That's fine. But you can see it's an obvious pattern that I've been talking about in my other videos. So a pattern I'm seeing is an inverse head and shoulders. Now, what is an inverse head and shoulders? Well, a head and shoulders, the regular head and shoulders is a bearish pattern. That's when you have, here's the head, these are the two shoulders. Neckline has to be somewhat mostly even. A lot of people try to say it's not. It has to be very close to being even, like that. Or it's not a head and shoulders. It could be slightly slanted. But or the shoulder could be pretty much a little higher, but it has to have an even neckline, or it's not a head and shoulders. Now, what I'm seeing is an inverse head and shoulders, like this, okay? A pattern like this, inverse head and shoulders, is obviously a bullish pattern. A head and shoulders is a bearish pattern. I'm gonna show you guys how I identify that here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna take a screenshot of Bitcoin, okay? and I'm gonna flip the chart around. So basically take a screenshot and take Bitcoin right here. You got the screenshot right here. Boom. And we can obviously identify that Bitcoin looks very similar to this chart. Now, if we flip it over here, and this is how I just do a trend analysis, it looks like a head and shoulder. Where's the head? Well, the head's right here, okay? The neckline is right about here, almost here. You know, it's not perfect. It's gonna definitely try to come down here and test this neckline. It hasn't tested it yet, okay? But we have the shoulder here and the shoulder here. Now we're gonna have some obviously sideways movements, but this is what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Bitcoin's gonna come down here, bounce up, and then break out, just like it did here. So we'll see what's gonna happen. I'd say the neckline might be a little more raised, you know, up to here. But you could see it's very similar to a regular head and shoulders, and that's how I identify patterns when I'm trading. You know, here's the head and shoulders. You can't tell me this does not look fairly similar to this, okay? I mean, and that's how you identify a trend. You got one shoulder here, you got one shoulder here, and we got the breakout that's coming here around 9K to 9,250K. Nothing perfect, but make sure you can, you know, be aware on what patterns are happening. I'm also seeing another pattern that's bullish as well, an ascending triangle on the hourly chart. It's really easy to spot. You simply just take, you know, horizontal line, you know, not a horizontal line, excuse me, but just a trend line and line it up with the lows, and it's very obvious that it's forming higher lows, and you know, it's forming an ascending triangle breakout, which is another pattern that shows bullish movement, and you can see it's bouncing and pushing back up again. So that's what I see on Bitcoin. This is how I make, you know, an observation on what the market's doing and where I think it's going. We can obviously see very large increase of volume, somewhat similar to what we had here on the previous run-ups. You know, it's very, very obvious what Bitcoin wants to do. It wants to trend up. We had this pullback with very low volume, which is, you know, good sign for still bullish activities. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, you know, with the US government, you know, backing Bitcoin and wanting to, you know, somewhat regulate it, but not, you know, take a huge, you know, negative stance like other countries are. It gives good signs for Bitcoin. You know, I believe Bitcoin's very undervalued compared to the current monetary system. I mean, Bitcoin's only worth, I mean, currently about 120 billion around there at these prices, and gold's worth about $4 to $5 trillion in market cap. So if we can get anywhere close to that market cap on Bitcoin or overall cryptocurrency market cap, we'll see a large increase in price in Bitcoin. And that's my observation. That's a fundamental analysis. That's how I identify, you know, a trend and make a decision and back that up. So basically what I do here and how I trade is I don't buy Bitcoin. I don't need to buy a Bitcoin. I buy the lower cap ones. I have Bitcoin Cash because obviously it's going to move with Bitcoin. You know, I have Ethereum because obviously it's going to move with Bitcoin, okay? I have Litecoin because obviously it's going to move with Bitcoin. These are very simple facts, you know. Some of these will move differently once the market is up there and stays stagnant, but more than likely, and it's obvious, we've seen it time and time again, all these coins will move with Bitcoin, okay? So that's how I, you know, make an analysis. I buy these coins. I've got about $1,000 invested into the market. I take my profits when they're there, but I do sit tight and be patient because these trends take a long time to develop, and you should never sell yourself short at all when it comes to investing or swing trading or day trading. Now, this is more of a swing trade basis for people who want to day trade. Make sure you just play these pullbacks. I mean, it's really obvious the market moves with Bitcoin. You buy right here, okay? You would be buying here. This is an obvious confirmation of a buy. You buy here, you get the uptrend, and then once you see that first red candle or starts dojing, okay, and it fails to make a higher high with the candle, you know, higher high, higher low, you sell. Then you buy back on the trend line. It's very simple. It's the bull flag pattern that I've been preaching about over and over again. You can see it on the 4 hour as well. You know, buy the first green candle to break the high right here, and then you get a couple $100. Now you do that on a different currency, that could be 20, 30 cents. That's a day trade, okay? On Ripple, it could go, you know, 10, 15 cents with a couple $1,000. That's a lot of money. So that's how I day trade. It could be different for you, but this is how you can strategically day trade using Bitcoin for your observation and analysis, because it is the overall market, and trading other currencies as well. I hope this was a clear, concise, informative type video. If you guys do have questions, let me know. I will continue a series like this. But I wanted to make it clear on how you can make an analysis on Bitcoin, using the candlestick charts, the fundamental analysis, and obviously technical analysis when it comes to charts and reading volume and all that good stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. Make sure to comment, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys enjoy this? Do you want to hear more about day trading or swing trading? Let me know. And also, please make sure to subscribe for more awesome videos. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day.